We welcome you to downtown Houston. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, you think of the dream. Hakeem Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Yao Ming. Yes, things are bigger in Texas.
And I tell you, Ed, the energy in this building is scintillating. The Red Rowdies are out, and they're about to make a difference.
And they're ready for liftoff right now from Toyota Center. Butler to Fultz. Knocks it down from mid-range.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
Harden to P.J. Tucker, going to launch beyond the arc. Can't get the bounce. Butler into the front court. Two-point advantage. Lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there. Ed, you ready for another fun fact about the Houston Rockets?
Let's do it.
Okay, the team was established in 1967 and was given the name the Rockets because San Diego was the home to many space-age manufacturers. When the team eventually moved to Houston, the name still fit, giving Houston's association with NASA.
Wow, so Houston, we have a problem, all of that associated with space? Who knew?
Are you saying that because Carmelo Anthony's in town?
No, Apollo 13.
Oh, okay.
Paul, tough matchup against Butler. To Harden. James Harden, 3 for 3. That's a perfect start. The way he gets to the line, you have to respect every part of his game.
He is an occupational hazard for referees. He's the MVP of drawing fouls. He constantly baits the defender, which makes the defender's hands drop, which allows James Harden to drop buckets on you.
And scores.
Threes and layups. That's what the Rockets do. They're not a team that settles for mid-range shots. And that's a good job of getting to the rim and racking it.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Markelle Fultz. Runner's good there.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Fultz to Redick. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Defenders could lose sleep with this guy. J.J. Redick, well defended, still knocks it down.
Okay, I see you throwing the ball like a quarterback in the pocket for the touchdown.
Harden to P.J. Tucker. Add 2 points to the board.
Look, the Rockets don't take too many mid-range jumpers. Actually, last season, they led the league in three-point attempts. Glad to see them actually find a two-point shot relevant these days.
Fultz with the basketball. Down 6. To Embiid. Clint Capella swats it. Second block in this quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Philadelphia. Into the game for the Houston Rockets. Number 42, Nene.
chance, but it's no good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Come on, help get me open.
Paul to Harden. Defense making the ball carrier work. Almost unlucky bounce.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off two legs and expect the contact.
Harden with it up top. Leads a bucket. Tucker to Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul. His first effort off the mark.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Oh, had him going there for a second. To McConnell. Not that time. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To P.J. Tucker. To Harden. Paul. Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
Rockets have it.
It's early. Get a good quality shot.
Jimmy Butler snatching it out of the air. Sixers recover. To Butler. Scores from the post.
And when he gets going, he is automatic from that position on the floor.
And they'll take that any day of the week.
Hey, come
Harden
save me one.
sizing up Butler. Now a steal by Philly. He'll put it up at the buzzer. Final shot of the period, almost. It would have counted, but no good. Time's run out here in the first quarter. First quarter down as we get ready to start the second. Boy, you talk about offensive efficiency, it was really high.
Both teams are on fire, but speaking of competitive juices, one of the beautiful things that we heard during the timeout, in a team huddle, you heard multiple voices that weren't the coach saying how much more they needed to fight in order to win this game. Oh, trust me, the intensity level is going to pick up a couple of notches.
Defense. Defense.
To McConnell. Fires the three, and the rebound by Nene. Nene to Paul. 4-3. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for three.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer, so the Rockets hold on to the basketball. Paul buries it on the catch and shoot.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough two rather than an easy three.
It's Harden. Brings the ball up. Gordon to the basket, but a shot no good. Butler to bring it up. Leads just a point. The drive, right to the basket. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
To Harden. Now a drive, but the shot won't fall. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. McConnell. To Simmons. Can't connect from in close.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
To P.J. Tucker. Harden. James Harden. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing, Ed.
McConnell to Simmons. Down the lane, but the shot won't fall. And a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
Philadelphia. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Harden into the front court. They trail by 1. To Paul. Goes to the left side. Fires the 3. Off the mark. Sixers control it. Embiid to Butler. Simmons can't get past the defender. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Butler. Joel Embiid. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Can we take a second to talk about the most gregarious personality in the NBA? We don't trust in the process. No. We're beyond the process. Joel Embiid has emerged as this generation's Shaquille O'Neal, and he's done it in a variety of ways. He's a dominant big who doesn't shy away from the physicality of the game. Probably the reason why he was up for Defensive Player of the Year. And also, he has a personality that baits you into a conversation, whether you like it or not, and he's pretty hysterical. This kid is going to be a star in the league for years to come, and you better pay attention to what he has to put down.
Redick. And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Team foul number 2. That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes. Stepping in for the Philadelphia 76ers, number 20, Markelle Fultz.
Harden. Now pass stolen by the Sixers.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Jumper's good.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
It's James Harden once again. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
Make the next one.
To Embiid. Joel Embiid. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
I think the defender had absolutely zero chance on that play.
Now Paul with the basketball. Now down 6. And a whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
First free throw is good. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Fultz into the front court. Leads 5. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Okay, look, not everything is going to make it into the scouting report.
Houston with the basketball to Harden. Amir Johnson with a piece.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Gordon matched up with Jimmy Butler. The rebound taken down by the Sixers. 19-footer at the buzzer. Time expires to end the first half. The 76ers have the lead. All set to go here in the second half. Third quarter is underway. Now it's Harden at the controls to P.J. Tucker. Joel Embiid pins it. Capella.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Redick with it. His team up by 7. Here's a chance from long range. Cleans it up. Oh, Ben Simmons. Not shaken for the early struggles. Maybe this is a sign of things to come.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Fultz with the basketball. His guys lead here early stages third quarter. To Capella. He gets it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Simmons to Redick. Beyond the arc for 3. Defenders could lose sleep with this guy. J.J. Redick, well defended, still knocks it down.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Butler against Tucker. Cleans it up. Offensive board to Butler. Lets it fly from long range, and Jimmy Butler all in stride. Catch and shoot three is good. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with the steal.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
And they called a foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Harden. From long range, and James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Rockets in control of the basketball. Paul to Harden. Probing the defense. Harden had made his first three, but that shot off the mark.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Harden in possession. His guys trail by 10. Joel Embiid tips it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Markelle Fultz. A pass taken away by the Rockets.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Well, you can't do that.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Substitutions, Philadelphia.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at three coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Knight into the front court, trailing by 10. For three,
Hey, man,
rebound
back up.
taken by the Sixers. McConnell to Simmons. Going to launch beyond the arc. Not that time. He misses. To Capella. Clint Capella. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Oh man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
McConnell to Simmons. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2 shots. He's struggled so far. Able to convert on both free throws.
Stepping in for the Houston Rockets.
Carter Williams.
Carter Williams.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. High degree of difficulty. Michael Carter Williams hits the trifecta.
And that's what this game is. As the game plays, you have to adjust on the fly. That delivers the element of surprise.
Ben Simmons. He's 3 for 7.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. one of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
In the third quarter.
To McConnell. Has a chance. The pass set it all up.
I tell you, he's so special, Ed. He makes the game look easy.
A lot of hard work to make it look easy. Knight into the front court. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Knocked loose. Sixers have it. Short jumper and a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Carter Williams with it up top. His guys can get a 2-for-1 if they time this out. Butler into the front court. Lead stands at 10. Stuffs it down with authority.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Carter Williams with it up top. He'll run the offense. Cash is in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
I know these mishaps happen defensively, but sometimes this can be the best thing for an offensive player who maybe hasn't found his rhythm yet. Don't let him get going.
Simmons to the basket, but his shot stays out. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Third quarter comes to an end, and a great start for the 76ers. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway.
Team wins the game and scores 100 points tonight. Everyone gets free pizza.
Sixers have the basketball. Shot from in close, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Hard guarded by Jimmy Butler.
Come on, man. You need to set the screen.
To Paul. Fires the three. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. To McConnell. Won't go. Down to Chandler. To Simmons. Wide open look. Won't go. To P.J. Tucker. Cashes in for two.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
And they call it.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Entering the game for the Houston Rockets, number 10, Eric Gordon.
Fultz. And they call it.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
13, James Harden. That's his third personal foul. Team foul number 2.
Butler. To Redick. 4-3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Butler to bring it up. It's a 9-point lead. To Embiid. Butler. Clint Capella. Huge block. Fourth this contest. Tucker.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Paul is good.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Number 17, P.J.
Simmons to Fultz. Joel Embiid. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Redick. A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Butler into the front court. Up by 6. Knocked loose. Butler sizing up Eric Gordon. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Butler to bring it up. Up by 3. Oh, whistle.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Eric Gordon, that's his first personal foul. Team foul number
Butler.
3.
To Redick. Has a look. Count the basket.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Paul into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. Missed a wide open look. Tucker to Paul. The shot almost.
See, I don't like that shot right there. Pass the ball, get the defense moving, maybe set a hard screen, roll to the rim, see the ball go in a couple of times before you settle for a mid-range jumper that's contested.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. To P.J. Tucker. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Simmons with it. It's an 8-point lead. Out of bounds, off Ben Simmons. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Paul across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. Nene to Paul.
Yep, right there, yep.
Tucker to Capella. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Paul. He was all over him.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
That's playing with fire. J.J. Redick, wide open. Good luck.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Paul. To P.J. Tucker. Nene to Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Clint Capella sends it away. Ooh, 5 now.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Sixers control it. Butler. Now a steal as the Rockets have it. Butler matched up with Paul. Here's a chance from long range. Long heave from 3/4 court. The Sixers are victorious as they get a good win.